You're watching T Radio V, radio in TV.
Welcome to the Poe Show, broadcasting live from T Radio V in Hollywood, California. Okay, this is where we elevate the creative cult. This is where creatives can be seen, so thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching us. Keep watching us. I'm Poe. Okay, Saturday, April 30th from 6 to 9 p.m., Matthew Grabelski's solo show Underground at ThinkSpace Gallery, 6009 Washington Boulevard, Culver City, California. Featuring 10 new oil paintings from his Subway series, all painted within the last year. Oh, yay. Isn't that awesome? Oh, my gosh. Okay, on view from April 30th, through May 21st. For more info, go to thinkspacegallery.com or grabelski.com. Also on Saturday, April 30th at 9 p.m., the Harless Sweetwater Band. Love them. At Biggs Fullerton, 323 North State College Boulevard, Fullerton, California. Harless Sweetwater is back in OC and is bringing his brother from another mother, Dennis L. Jones, in his band to play some deep blues, rock, and southern soul music. $10 at the door, and all ages are welcome. So check that out. I'll probably be at that one. April 30th through May 11th, BSMT Space presents In the Raw, a show by the Canada-based Clandestinos. Their first UK show at BSMT Space, 5D Stoke Newington Road, London, if you happen to be in London. Bruno Smokey and Shellac Attack, two awesome artists full of heart and soul, delivering Latin flavor and color like you've never seen before. RSVP at info@bsmt.co.uk, and tickets available at bsmt.co.uk. Okay, so today we're going solo in more ways than one. With classically trained pianist, smokin guitarist, from ragtime to rock and roll, producer, engineer, owner, operator of the analog, digital, hybrid, boutique, recording studio, organic audio recorders, Jason Achilles Mezilis.
You're hired.
Okay.
When you said going solo, I thought Harrison Ford was going to show up. I got excited for a second.
Well, he could. You never know when he'll walk in the door.
That would be amazing. I would happily turn over the seat to him. Thanks for having me.
So what's up? We're going to talk about a couple things. You have an album, a solo album, instrumental, and you have a show tomorrow. So let's talk about that first.
Yeah. So so I have a solo instrument.
Briefly.
Very briefly, I have a solo instrumental record coming out that I started working on about a year and a half ago, and finally, it's done. And
it's about time.
It's about damn time, yeah. And I'm playing tomorrow at the Baked Potato in Los Angeles here in Studio City, which is a really cool venue for really top level players, and I'm very
They all know that already because I talked about it last week.
That they're letting me in to play.
Well, you don't know that they're going to let you in yet.
It's supposedly. I'm going to drive by the club late tonight and make sure the name is actually up there.
It's still up there.
But yeah, and I got all new players and all new band. We had done a few shows previously. The drummer that I recorded and played with before is off on tour all across the universe right now, Brett Roca. And
Across the universe,
yeah. He's touring with a Christian rock band, and they're basically doing
cool.
stadiums everywhere. I think I need to get into a new line of work.
Okay, line of work. Let's talk about, there's the musician part of you, but there's also the organic audio. So what's that all about?
Yes.
What's the analog deal all about?
The studio, yeah.
Are you stuck in the Stone Ages?
I've been accused of being a Luddite. Yeah, I still record on tape as much as possible. I did begrudgingly learn Pro Tools digital recording a few years ago, just
Fuck Pro Tools.
to actually make enough money to pay the rent for the studio. But yeah, I've been in recording since I started my first band when I was in college, and back then it was a little 8-track, because back then normal people did record on tape, and then it just graduated. Now I have a 16-track, this big 1-inch recording machine, big console, and
Let's go to that video so that we can just go from there and save some time. But check this out. This is
there we
what it's
go.
all about.
How's it going, everybody? This is Jason Mezilis. I thought it would be fun to show you guys around my studio where I did all the work for this record. This is my new mixing board. It's a Neotech Elite. I love this thing. It's smarter than me. It's an all analog studio. I don't have a computer at all, so everything's done on tape. And this is a Tascam MS-16. What we do is we record onto this, and then we end up mixing down onto this machine, which is a 2-track Atari. Basically, the way it works is we record on the big guy, mix down to the little guy, and then it gets sent off to the mastering place. They fix all the little nasty bits that I didn't get quite right. This is my old tape machine. This is my old 8-track. Did a lot of really shitty sounding recordings with this machine. But I actually ended up doing the last track on the record was recorded on this. You young kids aren't going to know about analog recording, but it's fun. Over here we have the tape library. Nowadays most people have all this on a hard drive about this big. But this is my hard drive. This is all the tapes and all the sessions that I've been doing over the last couple of years. This new record is right here. As long as this place doesn't burn down, should have a good record of everything for years to come. All the leaves are brown, and the sky is gray, and the sky is gray. I've been for a walk on a winter's day. All right, and over here I wanted to show you real quick. This is very special to me. This is my guitar that I've had since I was 16 years old. My parents bought this for me a week after my first Van Halen concert. Most of the songs on this record I recorded with this. As you can see, I've kind of butchered it a bit. It looks like hell, and it sounds fabulous. This is my bass. I play guitar left-handed, but I actually play bass right-handed and just kind of flip it over. We don't know who made this thing, but for some reason it always sounds awesome, so there you go. Over here we got, this is a Silvertone that I basically lifted the strings up and turned it into a slide guitar, and I ended up doing, I use this for that Bob Dylan tune. It's the last track on the record. So this is my drum set. Record most of the drums on the record with this kit. It's a 26-inch kick drum. Serious business.
Okay, of course that was not current. That was from 2009. So, because
What are you talking
Jason,
about? What's possibly different than in that video?
only the hair. Okay,
There's a lot of hair.
But also we talk about. Didn't you just cut it off and paste it other places? Maybe. You forgot I was inappropriate, didn't you?
There's no room with the already hairy Greek back, so yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Which is funny because I have my hair cut by the other hairiest person I know, which is Noah Eng. He's in addition to my bandmate, he's also my barber.
Really?
Yeah.
Noah cuts hair too. Is there anything that man does not do?
Just mine.
Just yours?
Yep. I've got the market cornered. Yeah. The day I cut my hair off, I called him over. I didn't tell him I was going to do it, and
So we call him Delilah now.
I've called him worse. No, I called him over, and he's halfway up my stairs, and I'm standing at the top with like all the ponytail in my hand and scissors in the other hand. And
Seriously?
it looked, I don't even know what it looked like, and he basically looks up in horror, and he's like, all right, stop, don't do anything, which was what I was counting on, for basically cause a disaster and then allow him to save it. So that was 5 years ago, and he's been cutting my hair ever since.
So your creative energy is in your ears. It's not your visual sense.
I think my creative energy is in causing panic in others.
Making others react. Okay, so back to that, just so everybody knows, that's 2009. And what was that album? Do we remember? Solo record?
Yeah, I guess that was actually technically my first solo release. Although I'd have to I don't think it's available right now. I think I have to re-release it, which maybe I should
really?
do. I don't even know if I have a copy of it. But yeah, it was called Between the Lines, and it was a bunch of cover tunes. It was an EP, and it was just songs that I recorded with friends of mine.
And was that produced by Organic Audio?
Yeah, we did everything in the studio. We did that all on tape. That was before I had any digital recording at all. So the studio basically looks like that now, except there's a computer in the corner that
and it's a lot dirtier.
that I hide. Well, I
There's
can't-
beer bottles now.
I keep it clean.
Okay.
Clean up you got to make room. There's no little crawly things in my studio. It's a nice spot. But yeah, it was all cover tunes. Most of the drums on that record was, in fact, all of them I think was my buddy Ryan Brown, who used to play in the band Owl before I did, and now he plays with Dweezil Zappa. He tours for Zappa, plays Zappa. Amazing drummer. I mean, you don't get any better than that. And a very, very good friend of mine. And I would just call him up when I had like a week where I wasn't doing something else. Be like, hey, let's do this crazy Elvis tune or PJ Harvey tune or whatever. And so eventually they all ended up on a record together.
Well, and that's truly organic. That's how the magic happens, honestly.
That and a little whiskey, yeah.
And a lot of whiskey is where the magic happens.
That's something, yeah.
Something happens.
So
Something happens anyway.
Something's happening right now.
Something's happening right now. Okay, so you had an offer. Tell us your offer, and then we'll go on break.
Oh, yeah, the giveaway. Yeah, so I just figured this out about 20 minutes before getting down here. So I have this T-shirt, which I'm wearing today. I don't know if you can see it. But this actually means...
It says, see you next Tuesday.
I made...
Oh, you can totally see it.
Yeah,
See, that's what it looks like.
I made this T-shirt at like a little shop.
You are creative.
Well, yeah, I didn't screen it myself. It wasn't that bad. But I had it made. And
Tuesday's supposed to be capitalized.
This actually...
I'm
you know
sorry.
what?
I'm an editor,
Do you want to go make the T-shirt?
It's already made.
So if
No.
anybody knows what this means, the first person who
I
can-
do.
Obviously you do, because you're horrible like that.
Because I'm a creepy little
I brought
stalker.
like a gift basket of CDs of stuff that I've done. There's a CD from myself and Noah, like the Ragtime
Which
stuff.
is awesome. It's in my CD
There's a
player
couple
right
stickers
now
here,
in my car.
Black Belt Karate, and the first Owl record. I don't know if anybody can see this. So I'll ship this or drive it to you if you live in Los Angeles, or you can get it from me at the show tomorrow night if you come to the show. But whoever like texts or Facebooks or messages, and
What that shirt means.
but you have to know that, it's something very specific, and
excuse the tea.
and it's not safe for work, I guess, but neither is any of the show, so it should be fine.
What, your show's not safe for work?
My show is very safe for work. I
What's
play
not safe
lots
for
of
work?
children's parties.
Children's parties? Are there balloons and clowns?
Bar mitzvahs, there's lots of clowns.
That was pretty good. Okay, that's a good cue for a break. Let's go on break. We'll be right back.
Cue the clowns.
Previously on Vantage Point.
And I liked that very cheap aspect. And today, what I do is still roughly the same, because I start from a photo, I simplify it, and I reproduce the photo without trying to add too much of myself in it. You know, when I was a teenager, the walls and the ceiling of my room were all covered with posters and images I took from the magazines. And today, what I do is quite the same, except that the walls are the walls of the cities I visit.
To listen to the full interview and find more information, visit our website at vantagepointradio.com.
Welcome back. Okay, Mr. Mezilis, tell us a little bit about your history. So, how long have you been playing? What makes you so great?
Oh,
What's so special about you? No.
you're going to be my new publicist. I started playing piano when I was about
8 years old?
So, yeah, 7, 8 years old. I wasn't actually sure, but that's what I tell people. Yeah, I studied classical piano for 11 years, and then I went to UC Berkeley and got a music degree there.
So that's a hippie school.
So I'm a credentialed music snob. I can actually
A credentialed hippie school.
You know what? It was not at all a hippie school in the slightest.
Really?
It was yeah, because they have a really they actually have a really well-known business school there, so they get like super ultra conservatives that go to this
I
school.
was just kidding.
But not no, but
I
like
just came from Humboldt.
not just
Still
well,
in
yeah,
hippie
no,
mode.
your kind is evil there. But and it's not just like super ultra conservatives; it's really angry ones because they're specifically going to a place where they think they're going to be surrounded by a bunch of liberal whack jobs, so they walk in with a chip on their shoulder, and it was fun. It was fun to poke at people
And you
with
made
sticks.
it. And you made it through. Yeah, you like doing that, right?
I made it through what? What was your question?
Okay, now I'm gonna blush. Okay.
Yeah, I made it through. They gave me a degree and everything.
Everything. Yeah, they gave me this paper and everything, saying
Actually,
I did it.
Well, I'll tell you though, I almost didn't. I don't know. This is probably more than I should be telling people.
That's
but
what the show's about.
I initially was supposed to go to UC San Diego, and then I got kicked out
Ooh, good, because San Diego.
because
well,
my final
sucks.
my final grades in my last year of high school are so bad they rescinded my application.
Because of the Van Halen concert.
Because I went to a Van Halen concert. I got a guitar when I was 16, and then my grades took a nosedive, and I did so badly that they kicked me out of college. And then so 2 years later, I went to Berkeley and transferred.
But you know the weird thing about that, the reason probably being is that you're more interested in this creative endeavor than you were in, the other.
All I know is my
classes.
best friend was a year below me, and he went to one of those big speeches they give, on scholastic values and stuff at school, and I was used as an example of what not to do to the entire class of
Ooh.
the next year.
Is that what your certificate is about?
It's,
No.
It says.
Did you get a certificate for that too?
Something about don't make this mistake. I don't know. Yeah.
Has anybody made it yet? The next Tuesday thing?
I don't know. A lot of people have been texting me, but nothing useful. Oh.
Did you get the answer tacos? Because that would
Yep,
be a
we
winner.
got a winner. Yeah, Mike Hoagie. Well, God, I don't know if this is fair. He's my mastering engineer.
Okay. You should have made it more specific. Now you're going to have to give out more.
Friends and relatives. Yeah, I think
Friends and relatives don't count. Well, that cuts out everybody that's going to be there.
I need to. Okay, I'm
and
gonna.
fans, no.
We'll consider another winner because I think he has all these recordings because he mastered half of this stuff anyway.
Yeah, you don't want them. You don't want them.
But he did actually get it. He wrote in. So if anybody else figures it out, we'll see. I'll have a talk with Mike.
I would say tacos.
Am
Am I a winner?
No, you get nothing.
You lose.
You lose big time.
Okay, let's talk just a minute about your Come Down album because we're going to show a little preview video of that. So give us a little preview of verbal preview.
I can tell you where the title of it came from because it's actually contextually relevant to this weekend.
Relevant is good.
So a year
Be
ago.
relevant.
Yeah, relevant is good. A year ago, so they have the big Coachella festival every year, and right now it's going on.
Yeah, I'm a little familiar with it.
And you may have heard of it.
Yes.
They around the internet they would stream joke flyers for the festival with a bunch of made up band names, and one of the band names that was on the joke flyer was called The Come Down, and I just thought that was kind of cute. So, and yes, I just used the word cute on your show. I apologize. But anyway, that's where I got the title
Say
from,
fucking
and it
cute.
actually sounded
Say
cool
fucking
because
cute. And then
it's a little weird because I've never actually done any drugs ever, so I don't know what a come down actually feels like. But I know that the last song on the record feels that way.
I don't think you have to have a drug to have a come down or a come or anything like that.
Yeah. You
Okay,
could
we're gonna
live
listen
in Los
to
Angeles
we're
for 15 years. That'll do it.
Okay, come down preview. Check this out. These are songs from the album. You didn't
So
keep
no,
them.
man, I want to go this one solo. Just like Han Solo, right there. And we'd also like to thank George Lucas for sponsoring this session. They're giving us, what, I think $3 million?
6.
Oh, 6. Right, it was $3 million.
3 million each.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. I think the videographer gets like, what, $25?
A little bit.
30?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, where's your whiskey? I love him.
Mr. John Mahoney will like that little comment because our wonderful Lucasfilms guy, 3D animator and brilliant artist. Hi, John. Okay.
Does John have my $3 million? Because I never got that.
He might have got it from him instead of you.
Bastard.
Went to the wrong address.
Screw you, John.
But he makes those guys.
Oh, like he
Did
does.
you make the guys?
I made the guys disappear in a sandbox. I don't know if that counts.
How'd they get in the sandbox?
That sounds like a mob thing. That doesn't sound like a
It sounds
childhood
like
story. Yeah.
No.
Never
well,
mind.
one
Scratch
of those
that.
creepy. Actually, fairy tales are really wicked and creepy. Could have been one of those.
Fairy tales are screwed up.
They're right. Okay, we agree. We agree on this. They're super screwed up.
And
nursery rhymes? Wrong. So wrong.
When I was a kid, my parents, my dad, we'd be driving through Greece and we'd drive past the gypsies on
Did
the
you
side
slip?
of the road.
Did you
and
slide off the road?
No, we didn't. Not that
I
time.
am just kidding. Okay. You didn't get my joke.
I got it.
Okay.
I'm trying to steer it back in a direction of highbrow entertainment.
He's trying to put it back on the road.
I was a little roused yet. It's trying to steer it back. But no, they threatened to give us away to the gypsies. And that was like a fairy tale, except it wasn't. It was real because you could see them. And they actually would steal. My cousin's little brother almost got stolen by gypsies.
Gypsies are
This
super
shit is real.
Gypsies are super fun though.
No, gypsies are terrifying. I'm more afraid of gypsies than I am of like the boogeyman.
Wow. New age
Well.
gypsies are better.
By the way, I was informed by one of my friends
An
during the
informer.
break that alcohol technically is a drug.
It
so
is
I
a
guess
drug. It's the worst drug.
I told her it was communal, so it doesn't count.
A communal drug?
But then again, she'd say religion is a drug too, so there you go.
Oh gosh, yes. Okay. So anyway. Okay, solo instrumental record entitled "Come Down." Okay, and this is on vinyl.
It will be.
And
yeah.
this is recorded and mixed entirely analog.
Yes. Mastered. Yeah, it was. I spent about 6 months recording this record, and yeah, basically it was awesome. I hadn't recorded. I'd been doing a lot more digital recording in the last
Shame
few
on you.
years. It's what the kids wanted, you know. People are afraid to record analog. They think it's like you're in a bubbling cauldron with chicken bones in it or something. And
No, but that's the beauty of it. And I was just in Humboldt talking to my father, and he's one of the most
Dad.
brilliant musicians on the planet because I know a lot of my family's watching now. And we were talking about all of this and analog and all of this. And yeah, we agree. It's like you can't get the sounds that you can get with analog in today's world. So you're actually ahead of the game because this is what's now and what's coming up. People are seeking what you've been doing for how long? How long have you been doing
it's me,
this?
the forward-thinking Luddite. Yeah. I've been doing it for 20 years, but
Okay, there
I'm
you
also
go.
the guy who didn't cut my hair until, an entire decade was over with, so I'm the wrong person to ask.
I don't know about that. Okay, so the only so who else is on this album? Is just Brett Roca, your drummer.
Yeah, so Brett is the drummer. He was actually a student of Ryan Brown, who I mentioned earlier, and Brett did the whole record with me. We basically created the tunes together in the studio, like the rough versions of the tunes, like just jamming together, and I based a lot of the stuff off of his drum grooves, and then I would take them, orchestrate those ideas, set them out, bring them back to him, and then we would arrange it. And the poor guy had to record everything with basically I didn't even give him a click track. He had to literally play the songs by himself. I don't even think he had to wear headphones. There was no reason to, because he had no reference track. I was sort of like orchestrating. I don't know. There's one of those videos where you could see me standing next to him, and that's basically how he did the whole record, with me like conducting him, and he had to just trust that it was going to. He said it. Yeah. It was interesting.
But you know what? That's where the magic comes from. Like I was not professionally trained as an artist. I've never gone to art school, and a lot of my friends that are artists that went to art school, they envy me because they lost or they never had that instinctual thing. So
Well, Brett is.
So it's kind of what I'm talking about is that raw kind of thing that comes first without any reference is usually
well,
that's magic.
there was a lot of reference from me. I mean, if we didn't know what we were doing, it would have been a mess. But these songs are they are very, very structured, but his performance is very raw within the structure, if that makes sense. So
No, that's perfect.
it's really
That's beautiful.
it's really fucking cool, actually.
No, that's what I'm talking about. I mean,
he
and
killed
you
it.
mix the two. It's not that you don't know what you're doing. That's not what I'm saying, or don't have like
Well,
like a formula. I was not saying that.
That's what I was trying to say.
No. I wasn't saying that. I'm saying that a lot of the magic happens in being more relaxed and trying to make things perfect because perfection lies in imperfection.
I've never been accused as a producer of making things too perfect ever.
Well,
by
analog's
anyone.
always going to be more perfect than anything else. Okay, we're going to take a break. See you soon. Don't go away. And think about what Tuesday means. We are discussing connecting with our world and each other, expanding human consciousness, and creating a vision of human unity.
Show that you did with the guns, that's epic. You're getting not only the community involved, because this affects us all. Gun violence affects everybody.
How important it is that art can be very powerful, and it could say a lot about humanity, about all of us.
It's uniting cultures, uniting people together. There's lots of symbolism in there. That's all related. It's a oneness issue here we're talking about.
Yeah, the intent behind what I want to do with the model I want to have is a good portion of each piece sold is going to multiple different causes.
The complexity and beauty and intricacy of humanity does not exist without the biodiversity that kind of brought us to this point.
How am I going to paint it? How am I going to make it structure visually? But technically, when you look at the great museums of the world, if you walk to a museum and a painting pulls you, there's a reason for that.
You're blending urban and nature, as you said, but you're also merging people and everything.
The non-dual nature of everything, because atoms and molecules are constantly cycling through my breath and through my body into every other living organism on the planet.
Hey, welcome back to the Hollywood Post Show. Okay, on Thursday, April 28th, which is my sister's birthday, happy birthday, 8 to 11 p.m., the original Drink and Draw with the Gallery Girls, yay, at Casey's Irish Pub, 613 South Grand Avenue, Los Angeles, with the theme Ash and Evil Dead. Great models, I can attest to that, and drinks, with 5, 10, and 25-minute poses. Come mingle with the artists and draw. $15 donations, free for spectators. Tips appreciated, though. 21 and over, ID required. For more info, Google. This was the easiest way to get there. Casey's Irish Pub, Los Angeles. Google that. Or go to gallerygirls.com. If you're a drawer, if you just want to drawer, or an artist of any sort, go to those, because those are, gosh, they're amazing. Now, it's funny when you're pushed to draw in 5 minutes, because I'm not that kind of, I'm like a portrait, artist. So to do a 5-minute, 10-minute, 25-minute, it's stressful, but it's good practice. Okay, from May 4th through the 7th, Poetry Under the Mojave Stars, Mr. John Gardner, if you're listening. Hosted by the San Gabriel Valley Literary Festival. Join in for as little or as long as you like, as Michelson Knapp leads a 3-day seminar in the Mojave National Preserve, providing a unique perspective into writing from the natural world and specialized instruction for creating work and revision. Free for teens and adults. Participants must provide their own camping equipment, food, and materials. The weekend poetry adventure ends on Saturday afternoon, but take part in a star party on Saturday evening hosted by local scientists and astronomers. It's going to be amazing, so check that out. I want to go to that. Okay, so Mr. Mezilis.
Miss Poe.
We are, let's continue on with,
Let's keep on.
Maybe a little bit of your, what else do you do? There's another band that you play with.
There is another band that I play with.
Okay, well, let's talk about that for just a minute.
That band is Owl. Yeah.
Who?
God
Sorry.
damn it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we have a lot of fans with a lot of
And
strange sense of humor.
Yeah.
I get a lot of owl pictures, actually, on my phone and Facebooks.
I painted a girl flying on an owl.
There's people like owls. There's owl bars in Japan. People are...
Owls are wise. How
There's-
many licks does it take to get to the center of
God, yeah, I forgot. I know somebody who has that T-shirt too.
Really? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that's the best.
I swear to God,
What
somebody
year is that from?
Somebody years ago gave me a shirt. I wish I could find it again. It said "Owls are assholes." I have no idea to this day what
They're
that means.
wise asses because they're so smart.
It just said "Owls are assholes."
That's wrong.
So yeah, Owl is myself, Chris Wise, singer and bass
Wise
player.
old owl.
Wise Old Owl, which is where the name came from, and Dan Dinsmore on the drums, and Chris.
Okay, where are they from?
Those guys are from New York, and I am from here. Chris moved out to Los Angeles many years ago for his music career, which he's done very, very well for himself, obviously. And right now he's on tour with Ace Frehley from Kiss. And then I met him out here. We became friends, and then one thing led to 400 more things. But eventually he brought Dan. He and Dan used to play in a band when they were younger. And Dan is just like amazing monster drummer. Dan told me that I get far better drummers to play with than I deserve between him and Ryan and Brett. And
You deserve.
Yeah, I think he's probably right. I mean, I've seriously, I've had like the best rhythm sections ever to work with. I don't know. Playing a song in Owl with Chris on bass and Dan on drums is kind of like when Ringo would sing Octopus's Garden and he had John Lennon and Paul McCartney doing backup vocals.
Like you
It's
can't
kinda
mess up. Like who cares?
Yeah, you're like, well, this is cool, you know. So yeah, those guys are amazing, and Owl is. We're working on some new tracks. It's been kind of off and on because everybody's been sort of doing their own thing. Chris is on tour. I've got this record. Dan's running a business up in Albany.
Okay, and you just
But it's coming together, and
but the last
there's some new-
release, which is available,
Yeah.
things you can't see, that just came out last year.
Yeah, that came out, what was it, like July
2015,
or yeah, something like that. We might actually we shot another video for that record that we never released. And it's actually, I think, the best song on the record, so.
Oh, I saw that video.
No.
Oh, that's a new one.
It's a new one, yeah. It's the title track. It's called Things You Can't See, and
okay.
we shot a bunch of performance footage for it. So I hope that we'll release that video because it's really, the song is amazing. It's actually one of my favorite tracks we've ever done together. And then there's some new stuff that we'll see. It's just kind of half demo, half recorded right now, and we're sort of, people email things to each other. It's, you know, there's no hurry.
There's no
So,
hurry.
we'll see.
Okay, but you have other things that you do, like everything.
I cook.
You have a couple other bands from the past, and one of them.
I have a dirty past. Yeah.
They're really checkered.
Checkered
is the word, because that doesn't sound as bad as dirty.
I don't know who came up with checkered, but it's.
Well, it's black and white, so it's not like.
Oh, it's a racial thing.
Dirty. I don't know about racial.
I see how this is going.
I don't know about that.
I think we're on the wrong show.
Maybe so. Yeah. Maybe we should be on the Zoo. Mr. Zoo Williams. Okay, so black belt karate is what I'm trying to get at. 2002, 2014?
Black belt karate. Yes. Yeah, something like that.
Well, you still have like a huge fan base with black belt karate.
They're
waiting for you to do it again. Do it some more.
I probably will regret saying this, but we might actually have some new black belt karate music. If not a full record, maybe a couple songs.
Why would you regret that? Because then you have to get
Because
to work?
now I have to do it, yeah.
Okay, well, Okay, mark that on your
But
calendars that's going to happen at some point in the near future.
I don't think the band will ever perform live again, barring some sort of miracle. But there might be. We had finished recording some songs, almost finished recording some songs when the band split up, and everybody in the band has expressed an interest in finishing those up. And there's some really cool tunes. So.
Well, like everybody else in a
We'll
band,
see.
the bands kind of switch performers and musicians, so that doesn't mean it's not going to be around anymore.
You know,
won't sound exactly the same.
Black Belt was one of those bands where we sort of decided that we couldn't do it. If anybody left or swapped out, we wouldn't be able to do it. There were some gigs where, when Ryan got the Zappa gig, the Dweezil Zappa gig, there were some shows he couldn't do, and that's when that's how we met Brett. He would come in and sub out for him. But it was always Ryan's band, you know.
Okay, let's check out what we're talking about. Black Belt Karate. This is a video, and you know, like this was actually, what was that? 2015. This was just last year.
Is this Transformer you're gonna play?
Yeah. Was this last year?
Last song,
This
2014.
was 2014.
This is the last song we did. Yeah.
Last song they did. Check it
Enjoy.
out.
You're a transformer, baby.
You're a transformer, baby!
You're a transformer, baby.
What?
You're a transformer, baby.
You're a transformer, baby.
You're a transformer, baby.
Red-blooded fashionista, hot dog and king charisma, so badly just wants to be loved. Alright, a fleeting demonstration, the need to flaunt the cause. Too bad there's no praise or applause for a man who just struts around, blowing his own horn. Brandishes expose, some say like he's peddling porn. To the kids in the corner, like the
Okay, we're on. Okay, explain what that was all about.
Oh, the video Transformer? That was directed by Tyler Jackson, who did all the black belt karate
Let me
videos.
see if you were right. Yeah, you were right.
Pretty sure. I think I'm right about that.
2014, Organic Audio.
Yeah, he's Tyler's the man. Yeah.
You can check that stuff out, bbkofficial.com. Yeah, it's still up.
I think it's still up.
It is still up. 'Cause I made sure before I put it on there.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's lived on. And actually, speaking of websites, segue, I'm launching my new website today. Which
really?
is...
I hope it's good.
I hope so.
You hope so too?
It's, what the hell is it? It's jamezilis.com.
Jam.
Yeah.
Jam Ellis.
And my keyboard player, Brian, who's working with me and is very internetual savvy, has told me if I don't promote the living shit out of that today.
You're like Shakespeare.
We're going to have... I'm like Shakespeare, except taller.
You make up...
Everybody was shorter back then.
Really?
Yeah.
Shakespeare was shorter than you?
And he didn't have a website either. He probably does now.
He might have had a website. You never know about that guy.
jamezilis.com.
Yeah. Jam Ellis.
And I'm doing a...
See? My cool tech guys.
Oh, my God. Look at you guys. Are you showing this to everybody right now?
Everybody's...
Okay, so see that click here for a free download track right there?
Oh, this will be handy.
All right, you can click that.
Click it.
Go to the website. I've never done this before. I don't believe in giving shit away for free. But if you click
pay
that...
for it, damn it!
If you click that, you have to give me your email. And then I'm going to send it to cable television stations. No, I won't. That's the first track off the new record, which is just me and Brett. We did everything on that. Click free download. Give me your email, which he's going to do right now. He's going to show us. Actually, that'll be weird because then we'll all see his email. Do you want us to all see your email? Yeah, show the world, buddy. That's not really your email. You are so lying right now.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is. Okay.
That's true.
Hit OK.
I mean, you could have done T-Radio V1. That would be
See,
fine.
this isn't hard.
LA control.
Whoa, that was creepy. It knew your zip code. And hit OK. All right, so everybody at home, do this. You'll get free music. I will have you forever in my clutches. And yeah, and then
now they're all going to do it, right, or not?
It's. I think I've enticed about 3% and dissuaded about whatever 100 minus 3 is.
Did you not do
at least 62%?
Did you not do well in math?
I'm good at the algebras.
See, his grades went down after age 8 or 16. So
they told me I'd never need that stuff.
Actually, math and music are connected, so you should know your math.
They are connected in a similar love-hate, where you love to hate them both. Yeah.
Okay.
Good job, by the way, guys. I'm actually impressed that you did that. Thank you.
You're impressed with us?
I'm impressed with them.
Oh.
You got good staff here.
Okay, we're gonna take a break. We'll be back. We'll be back in 2 seconds, and then we're gonna wrap this all up. See you soon.
We were doing spoken word, spoken song, but we talked about photographers, we talked about painters, we talked about dancers, we talked about Shakespeareans, regular actors, poets, writers.
Art on any level, whether it's music, visual art, writing, any kind of creative endeavor, that there's a value to it.
We merged the worlds together, the art world and the music world.
They say everything is with the right brain, the visionary, the imagination. So what we need to do is, as spirit beings who have limitless potential, is to tap into the left brain.
When you improv, you're completely connected to the music. Coming from the opposite direction, I started with the best of the best.
Exactly.
Right? I started with Versace and Armani and Yves Saint Laurent.
It's kind of becoming like the rock star thing to do. Is instead of being in a band and going on tour, we just go on tour to paint walls. And
it is a challenge for us how to be true to ourselves and at the same time be able to pay bills, be able to do it as a vocation.
The industry has changed. We have gaming, we have animation industry.
I started my career as an animator, a Disney character animator.
A figure drawing instructor at Noman School of Special Effects.
Create a sculpture within a sculpture within a sculpture. You can create things that unfold, you can create things that work and walk around and things like that. So people's imagination is just going to be ignited.
Yeah, I was a professional stage actor for 8 years in New York.
What was weird is that when I was spinning around, I literally I started laughing uncontrollably, and I felt like I was going insane.
Creativity and art in all shapes and forms is a way of communication with everybody. It goes through language barriers and racial barriers and everything.
Okay, so first of all,
Yes, Miss Poe.
you need to tell us what that Tuesday means because we have.
I'm
to
not
close
telling
out.
anybody. No.
Are we done? Didn't we already have a winner?
No, that doesn't matter. I'm gonna wear this shirt more, and I'll do more giveaways.
Okay.
I'm not telling
But
shit.
what's going on tomorrow? Do you have a show tomorrow?
I have a show at the Baked Potato. Yes, that's right. I do. I have a show at the Baked Potato in Los Angeles, Studio City, 10 o'clock, 10:30, I think. We're going to be playing.
Okay, so when do
the
people
whole
have
new
to be
record.
there? And if they want to, is it too late to get a ticket?
You can get tickets online at the website, thebakedpotato.com, or if you go, I'd say try and get there early, maybe like 9:30 or something. The band before us is amazing. The keyboard player before us is Mitch Foreman. He's one of the most amazing keyboard. He used to play in the Mahavishnu Orchestra. I'm a little worried about playing piano after him.
You can do it. You can do it.
But yeah, I'd say they start at 9 o'clock, so definitely come by 9 if you can to the Baked Potato. It's going to be
baked potato.
Awesome.
And you can have a baked potato there if you want.
They're
one.
really good, actually. The club is very small, so yeah, you probably want to get there a little early.
Okay, and where can we find you besides tomorrow night at the Baked Potato?
You mean on the website? And Thursday, every Thursday I play in Hollywood with Noah at the piano bar.
And what do? You
And I
do
play
like
piano. We do our
honk.
ragtime loveliness, yeah. And that's
that's honky tonk guitar and whorehouse piano, right?
That's the best way I've heard anybody put it. Yeah, I'll go with that.
Okay. All right. Okay, cool. So anybody that's been on the show is going to be on the show. All of the archives of any show that's ever been on the Poe Show, any guests, anything, check out wetpuzzlepiece.com. You can get all of my junk from there. Social media is all there. And we'll see you next week. Actually, we have Randy fucking Parsons next week. So you must check that out. That he's the probably best guitar maker on the planet. So check it out. Makes guitars for Jack White and for who? And for Jimmy Page.
Not for me, he doesn't.
And for, you need to look into
Tell
that.
him,
Sammy Hagar.
Ask him if he makes any lefties.
He'll make you a lefty. I think he could do just about anything. And Mr. Noah Ing will actually be on that show as well.
Nice.
And
that's next week.
And Joshua Hernandez. You can show up if you want to meet the man behind them.
I'm going to be crawling through. I'm going to be in Death Valley next Monday.
Ooh, crawling through the death. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna end this with the video that's not quite out yet.
Yeah. So this is a sneak preview clip. This video is going to be premiering Friday on the Huffington Post.
Huff huff.
And this is the first video for the new record.
Panhandle.
Instrumental.
So we're gonna leave you with that. See you tomorrow and next week.
All over
Ciao.
the place. Everywhere.
You are watching T Radio V. Radio and TV.